What's up, ninjas, and welcome to Yoga with Dojo Cat. Today's yoga flow is going to be a 20-minute yoga flow for the spine, working on spine health, spine flexibility. That involves some core work as well. So this is just going to be a quick and dirty spine flexibility flow for you today. Let's just get into it. Coming into a comfortable seat, taking a minute here to close our eyes, bringing the mind to the breath. Really deepening our inhales, filling the belly, and exhaling out through the mouth. Maybe setting an intention to take care of our bodies today. And when you're ready, gently blinking the eyes open, and we will begin our practice today. We'll begin in a child's pose. So you can come to the center of your mat, bringing your knees wide, big toes to touch, bringing the hips down to the heels, extending the hands out in front of you, and melting down into our child's pose. Now, we're really focusing on the back today. You can lift your palms up and then crawl the fingers forward a little more, just so you really benefit from that deep stretch. One more breath here. Lifting up to come into a tabletop position, planting the wrists under the shoulders, the knees under the hips. Inhale, drop the belly of the tailbone inch into the sky. Exhale, arch the spine, press the mat away from you. Then keep going, linking your movement to your breath, inhaling to expand in cow, and exhaling to contract in our cat pose. Beautiful. Coming back into that neutral tabletop. We're just going to bring our hands a little bit in front of our shoulders, and we're going to draw big circles with our hips. So bringing our hips all the way over to the right, above the heels to the left, bringing the shoulders back over the wrists. Oh, that was my knee. Just drawing some nice big circles, kind of bringing our whole body into it. Maybe letting your hips sink a little bit as your shoulders come back above your hands and changing directions. I'm hearing all kinds of cracks going on in my body today. Good, we'll do one more. Beautiful. Coming back to our tabletop position, extending the right foot out, pressing into the ball of the foot. We might as well add a little calf stretch here. And then on your next inhale, lifting the right leg parallel to the mat, and then extending the left arm out in front of you, and just really trying to find length in the spine, pulling the toes away from the fingertips, creating space in each vertebra. And release, bringing that right foot in between the hands and sinking the hips to come into a low lunge. You can keep your hands under your shoulders on the mat and just really focus on sinking into those hips. Beautiful. And on your next inhale, rising up, bringing the palms together and bending backwards, bringing the face and chest to the sky. Beautiful. Release that back bend, bringing the left hand to the mat, extending the right arm to the sky for a lunge twist. Beautiful. And release that twist, coming back to our original lunge position, bringing the hands back under the shoulders. And then we'll step back into our tabletop position. Then we'll take that to the other side. Extending the left leg out behind you and pressing into the ball of the foot. Getting a nice stretch in the calf and the soleus. And then lifting that left leg parallel to the mat, extending the right arm out in front of you and reaching the fingers away from the toes. Finding length, creating space. Beautiful. Release, coming back to the tabletop position. And then we'll step the left foot in between the hands and drop the hips for our low lunge. And on your next inhale, lifting up the chest, bringing the palms together and bending back to lift our face to the sky. Glad I put sunscreen on today because that sun is right in my face. I'm sorry if I'm like blasting your screen with my paleness. I'm so bright. Too bright, some would say. Like a ghost. Beautiful. And releasing that back bend, bringing the right hand to the mat inside the left foot, extending the left arm to the sky, coming into a twist. Twists are amazing for spine health. Back when I had my serious back and abdomen injury, twists are really what saved me and got me back to equilibrium. So I always encourage everybody to add some twists into their day. Beautiful. Releasing that twist, bringing the hands back under the shoulders, sinking back into those hips for a couple more breaths. And then coming back to our tabletop position. Inhale the right arm to the sky. Exhale, thread the right arm underneath the left, bringing the right shoulder and right cheek to the mat. That's your face cheek, not your butt cheek. And then you have the option to keep your left hand where it is, just pressing into that shoulder if you need more sensation. You can extend the arm out above your head, or if you like to open up the shoulder, take a bind by wrapping the left arm around the lower back, maybe reaching for that opposite thigh. Beautiful. Releasing the bind if you've taken one, bringing the left hand back under the shoulder, pressing back up, inhaling the right arm to the sky one more time, and bringing the hand back under the shoulder. We'll take that twist to the other side. Inhaling the left arm to the sky, exhale, thread the needle, left shoulder and left face cheek to the mat, keeping the right arm where it is or extending it in front of you or taking that bind. One more breath here. And on your exhale, bringing the right hand back underneath the shoulder, pressing back up, inhaling the left arm to the sky one more time, and then bringing the hand back under the shoulder. And from here, we'll tuck the toes, lifting the hips to the sky, coming into downward facing dog. Taking whatever movement you need here. But again, if you want that focus on your spine, give your knees a generous bend and focus on trying to press your chest a little deeper towards the knees. And one more breath here before we roll forward, coming first into plank and then dropping the hips to come into our upward facing dog, or feel free to drop the thighs, untuck the toes, coming into your cobra. Beautiful. And then releasing the cobra pose, rolling all the way to the belly, and bringing your arms horizontal with the front of your mat, and bringing your forehead to your arms for our crocodile pose. Just taking a couple minutes here, maybe wiggling the hips to let go of any tension. Good. And then from here, we're just going to move our arms down by our hips and bringing our cheek to the mat. It doesn't matter which, but we're going to go into our locust pose here. So we'll start one leg at a time. So as you inhale, lifting the chest and arms off the mat, lift the right leg, keeping it parallel with the mat, and just reach your fingertips back towards your heel. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently release. And we'll take that to the other side. Inhaling, exhaling. And on your next inhale, lifting the arms and chest, lifting the left leg. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Inhale and exhale. And this time, as you inhale, lifting the chest and arms, lift both legs off the mat. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and gently release. Very nice work, you guys. If you need, you can come back into that crocodile pose, wiggle your hips again. Beautiful. We'll bend the right leg to pull it towards the bum, and then reach back with the right hand to hold onto the front of the foot. Maybe pull the heel a little closer to the bum. And gently release that right foot, bringing it back down to the mat. And then we'll bend the left leg, reaching back with the left hand to take hold of the left foot, pulling the heel towards the bum. Beautiful, and release. And then we're going to go into our bow pose. So bringing the hands back down by the hips. Take a nice deep breath in, nice long breath out. On your next inhale, lifting your chest and your legs again, this time bending both of your legs, taking hold of the front of the feet, and then kicking the feet into the hands for our bow. If this is too intense for you, just stay with locust. Holding for 3, 2, 1, and gently release. We're going back into that crocodile pose, bringing the hands to the arms, wiggling the hips. Beautiful work, you guys. We'll shift, going onto our backs for our final pose of today's quick class. Pulling the knees up to the chest, and maybe you want to stay right here, just hugging the knees, maybe rocking side to side. Or taking the hands to reach in between the legs to hold onto the shins, the 2 big toes with your index and pointer fingers, or the edges, the outside edges of your feet. And then pulling the heels to the sky, knees into the armpits, maybe rocking side to side for your happy baby. Oh, rocked a little too far on that one. Taking one more nice deep breath in this pose before releasing. Getting one more big stretch, extending the fingers away from the toes. Beautiful. And then we'll come back into a comfortable seat, whatever that may be for you. And that is it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. I would love to have you in my little dojo. And let me know what your favorite pose was and if your back is feeling better than it was before you started this flow. If you want longer flows from me, you can find me on Patreon. That link is in my description box below. That's where I post 45-minute to hour-long videos. If you want to do a live class with me, the information for that is also in the description box below. I'd love to see you in person. If you want to follow me on social media, you can find me on Instagram at dojocat713. That's where I post my kickboxing, my jiu-jitsu, and some yoga stuff there as well. And that is it. Let me know what you thought about today's video. Go drink some water, be kind to yourself, and be kind to others. And I will see you guys next time. Os.